As the road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup begins to take shape, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Brazil head coach Carlo Ancelotti is not just thinking about star power, but about building a complete, balanced, and mentally strong squad in every department. Among all areas of the team, the defensive unit appears to be his biggest focus and potentially Brazil's greatest strength heading into the World Cup. Brazil already possesses one of the strongest defensive pools in world football, stronger on paper than many top nations. Yet one major question still remains unanswered. Which center backs will finally secure their tickets to the 2026 World Cup? At this moment, nothing is fully fixed and competition is fierce. If we look at Brazil's current defensive options, the list is long and impressive. Gabriel Magalhaes, Eder Militao, Marquinhos, Bremer, Alexandre Ribeiro, Fabricio Bruno, Leo Ortiz, Leo Pereira, Beraldo, and several others. On paper, Brazil easily has 8 to 10 defenders who are technically and physically capable of playing at the World Cup level. But football is not played on paper. When we consider performance, leadership, experience, injury history, and tactical suitability, the question becomes more specific. Which 4 center backs can go to the 2026 World Cup and ensure that Brazil never has to worry about its defense? In my opinion, some names are already very close to being fixed, and I believe many of you will agree with this assessment. The first and most obvious name is Gabriel Magalhaes. Right now, Gabriel is arguably one of the best center backs in world football. What truly separates him from others is his complete profile. He is equally dominant in both defensive and offensive situations. Strong in duels, excellent in positioning, dangerous during set pieces, and calm under pressure, Gabriel has earned the reputation of being a set-piece king. His current form is outstanding, and expectations around him are incredibly high. Brazil fans believe he can deliver something special at the World Cup. However, there is one concern that cannot be ignored: his injury record. If Gabriel Magalhaes can stay fit and avoid injury problems, then his place in Brazil's World Cup squad should be unquestionable. The second name that naturally follows is Eder Militao. Militao represents the modern Brazilian center back, fast, aggressive, tactically flexible, and technically refined. Playing for Real Madrid, he has proven that he can operate both as a right back and as a center back, offering valuable versatility to the national team. We have already seen this flexibility in Brazil's setup. However, Militao's biggest enemy has been injuries. 2 ACL injuries have severely disrupted his rhythm, and even now, he is still battling fitness issues. But if Militao can fully recover and maintain consistent fitness, then a partnership between Gabriel Magalhaes and Eder Militao would be one of the strongest defensive pairings in international football. Alongside them, another name stands firmly in the fixed category: Marquinhos. The PSG captain has been a leader at club level for years and has also carried that responsibility with the Brazilian national team. Coming off a treble-winning season and continuing to perform at a high level, Marquinhos offers experience, composure, and tactical intelligence. His leadership on and off the pitch makes him invaluable, and his long-standing service to the Seleção means he remains one of the first names on the team sheet. That brings us to the most debated position, the 4th center back slot. This is where opinions divide and where competition becomes intense. Names like Bremer, Leo Ortiz, Leo Pereira, Fabricio Bruno, Beraldo, and Alexandre Ribeiro are all legitimate contenders. Each brings something unique to the table. However, there's one name that stands out, not just emotionally, but also based on performance, and that name is Thiago Silva. Many fans, including myself, had doubts about Thiago Silva's future with the national team. Age is always a concern, and football can be unforgiving. But Thiago Silva's recent performances have answered all questions. Physically, he looks strong. Mentally, he remains elite. His positioning, anticipation, and leadership are still among the best. His return to the national setup has already happened, and in his comeback match, he delivered a fantastic performance, earning a rating of 7.6, an outstanding display that proved he still belongs at the highest level. More than just numbers, Thiago Silva brings something that is impossible to teach: character, leadership, authority, a calming presence in high-pressure moments. Having a figure like Thiago Silva in the squad could elevate the entire team's mentality. When players like Neymar and Thiago Silva are together in the dressing room, Brazil becomes more motivated, more united, and more dangerous. Some critics may argue that selecting Thiago Silva is a risk, but I strongly disagree. This is not a risk. This is an opportunity. Carlo Ancelotti is known for trusting experience when it matters most, and I believe he will recognize the value Thiago Silva brings to this squad. If Ancelotti decides to take this opportunity, Thiago Silva could very well be the missing piece that completes Brazil's defensive puzzle. In my view, the ideal center-back group for Brazil at the 2026 World Cup would be Gabriel Magalhaes, Eder Militao, Marquinhos, and Thiago Silva. This is not just a personal opinion. It is a carefully considered conclusion based on form, experience, leadership, and tactical balance. Of course, football is unpredictable, and competition will remain intense until the final squad is announced. Now it's your turn. Do you agree with this defensive lineup? Or do you think someone else deserves that final spot? Share your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching.